John, hey. John, I want to talk to you about your contract. Where's John? Anybody know where John is? You? That's fine with me then. I'll tell you why. Because I want to talk to him about his contract. And if you remember, last time, I tried to get him off this show. And what did I do? I put him in a contest. And in that contest, he won against a host that I thought would have done well for the show. John won. Well, I have not been able to sleep since that night. No, I've been spending endless nights not sleeping because of that decision. I'm telling you, I had blurred vision. I went to go see my eye doctor. My eye doctor gave me some prescription glasses. And now I can see clear. And I can clearly see that John does not need to be hosting this show. That's right. I am going to host the show. A different look at the world? Look at me now. I am hosting the show. That's right. The executive of the network will be hosting the show. As a matter of fact, I think I will change the name. NDW. Because that's the way it is. Hey, that's even better. That's the way it is. That's the name of the new show. That's the way it is with NDW, a.k.a. Norris Wiggins, your host. That's the way it is. That's right. No more of a different look at the world. It is now, that's the way it is with NDW, a.k.a. Norris Wiggins. That's right. I like that. I like that. All of this is mine. The set, you, the viewing audience, all of this is mine. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to bring the new show on. Because now that I'm hosting, I'm going to introduce myself. And I'm going to introduce you to our new guest. We're going to change the format a little bit. We're going to get a little more serious. No more of this prank stuff. No more of this joking and laughing. We're going to have real, serious topics. We're going to get relaxed. Be comfortable. You know? Place where people can come and chill. That's right. That's the way we're going to do it here. Because that's the way it is. With your host, NDW. So with that said, I'm going to introduce you to my first guest. Many of you all probably have gone around the Washington, D.C., Virginia area, even Maryland, find that it's very historical. Very nice history is in these areas. A lot of great history is in the Maryland, Washington, D.C., Virginia area. My guest tonight, she is a historical tourer, which basically means she tours historical properties in the Virginia area. Welcome to That's the Way It Is, Rebecca DeSoto.
Thank you for having me
It's
on.
a pleasure, Rebecca. Thank you for being on That's the Way It Is with your host, NDW, a.k.a. Norris Wiggins. So welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
You have a very interesting job.
I surely do.
I mean, touring. Tell us a little bit about, you're not only touring historic properties, but there is one in particular that I'd like for you to talk to my viewing audience about. It's the farm.
Yes. I give historic tours of our farmhouse on Kidman Farm here in Virginia.
Kidman Farm in Virginia.
And what we do is we actually have a working farm and a house from the early 1800s.
Historic. Yeah. 1800s. A house. Rebecca, go right ahead, please.
And we have it furnished in about the 1930s era.
Nice time of year. I remember that. That's the Cotton Club here.
Is it?
Oh yeah, 1930s. I remember it so well. Not that I was there, but you know,
Depression era.
we were on a good road there, Rebecca. For a minute, you talked about depression. But let's go back to your story.
Okay. All right. Well, to tour our farmhouse, we would start in the kitchen, and we have a lot of school students that come to visit. And
Very
what
good.
it is, a lot of the things the students have not ever actually seen. For example, we have a wood-burning stove, and on a farm that would burn wood and coal and even corn cobs.
Now, Rebecca, when I think of farm, I think of animals. You know, and being on a farm. Do your farm have animals?
Yes, we have animals.
Okay.
People don't realize, but Fairfax County at one time had lots and lots of dairy farms. We had the railroad that went through downtown Herndon, and that would take the milk and milk products to Washington, D.C.
Now, these animals that you have on the farm, are the people as they go on a tour, are they able to pet these animals?
Well, it's not a petting zoo. There's a difference because if the animal comes up to the fence or the gate, you're allowed to pet it.
Okay.
And they are friendly because they are farm animals, but you can't like jump over the fence.
Okay,
to
so there's
run
some-
and pet the cow.
So there's some separation between the animal and a barrier of separation between the animal and then
Oh,
those tourists.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now you mentioned something a little bit earlier I thought was very interesting. This wood burning stove that is on the farm.
Right.
I remember wood burning stoves. Not that I'm giving my age or anything of that nature, but I do remember wood burning stoves.
Right.
There's a lot of people that don't know about that.
Right.
And let's talk about that wood burning stove and how it works. And
Okay.
starting out with how it's shaped. If I remember, it's steel, right? Or what is it made out of? Cast iron?
It's like cast iron. It's very heavy.
And you've got the trap that you open, you put the wood in there, and then there's the top that burns that you put your pots and stuff on.
Right. It actually has what is known as a floating top. If you look underneath it, there's no real support. It's just the way it's all set up.
Oh, okay. So it floats. Okay. Great.
And like I said, there is another little section to the wood burning stove, and it's to heat up water. And it's a copper line water reservoir. Because people seem to think back then there was no electricity, so you were heating your water on your stove for your bathing.
Well, there was no electricity. I mean, when Paul Revere was riding the horse, didn't he have a candle with light and saying,
Right, absolutely.
hey, So, were there electricity or no?
Well, in the early farmhouse days, no, there was not. Now, so
Contradictory in
have-
history here. Contradictory in history here.
How was that?
Well, you said they had electricity, or did they not have electricity?
Well, at some point they did have electricity, but the stove in the farmhouse is wood burning, and you had to heat up your water because there was no bathroom either.
So they had wood burning stoves because they had no electricity, and the wood from the fire is what generated
The heat.
the heat.
Right.
That's right. Okay.
And not only were you heating your water up on your stove, you were using it to bake your meals.
Great. So now, what are of the other historic things that you see or that you take people on as they go on this tour
Okay.
of the farm?
Well, we do have what is known as a parlor. And the
Interesting,
parlor is an
parlor.
old-fashioned name for a living room. Now, in today's living rooms, we see the TVs.
Well,
And I know this is a TV studio, but TVs were not invented.
it's a
back
TV
then.
studio, and you're on. That's the way it is.
So what they have is a radio,
Okay.
and they would listen to radio shows in the evening.
No television,
No
but in the parlor. See, today when I think about parlor, I think more of place that you go and get yourself made up and fix up at, like the beauty parlor. Big
Parlor
difference.
is actually a French word. It comes from the French word meaning talk. So
Talk.
basically, it's, you know.
Is that why they have so much
together.
gossip inside the beauty shops? Because they got in the parlor in the homes and talked?
Probably a little bit about that. Yes,
Wow.
I would think.
This is some great history here. This is some great stuff. I told you, we're going to be bringing you this and a lot more on That's the Way It Is, formerly known as A Different Look at the World. But hey, That's the Way It Is radio. I'm sorry, That's the Way It Is TV with your host, NDW, a.k.a. Norris Wiggins. Rebecca is our guest on the show. As I said, she does historic tours. And right here in the Virginia area, and we're talking about the historic tour that she does at one of the farms. I just had to do a little plug for the show.
Okay.
You know, you do that in television.
Right, absolutely. Now we could talk a little bit more about our parlor.
Okay.
And in our parlor, we have, in the Kidman house, we have a
Is the
sewing
Kidman
machine.
house another room or something? Like you just gave it a room, the Kidman
No,
house?
I
or
just
was-
call it the farmhouse.
Okay.
They do have a sewing machine that's operated by good old foot power. It has a big treadle on the floor where you push the pedal to make the needle go up and down.
So you
That's
get to
how
be
they-
creative and work out at the same time.
Well, yes, your ankles would certainly be trimmed from all the pressing on the pedal.
And those of you who don't know about that and just using the Singer Electric, that's a sewing machine where is it this kind of,
Like one big pedal, like this.
okay, it's back and forth. Okay, you see that foot motion? Get the camera on her foot there, just get on that. That's that motion right there, all right, right there. You got it on that? Did the cameraman get that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
So anyway.
Just remember, this is not John's show. This is my show.
This is the North Show,
That's
right?
the Norris NDW, a.k.a. Norris Wiggins, and that's the way it is. So when Norris says cameraman goes down on the foot.
Okay, so we do have the sewing machine. Now you probably wonder, this is not a skill a
Well,
lot of people use
yeah.
today.
Well, what's wrong now?
The sewing
It's always
machine
something, isn't it?
is sort of a
I don't
feature
I
that's not
don't
used in
understand
very
how
many
to-
homes.
how to
I'm-
do it.
I'm-
It's
I'm sure,
absolutely driving me crazy. You know,
I'm sure the
busy
sewing
here,
machine has changed
and I just
a
don't
lot.
have
It has
time
been
for this.
revolutionized.
Absolutely not.
But
You've got to get
the sewing.
control over this because I refuse to deal with it.
Well, they
anymore.
also did the hand sewing, what they would make quilts.
I don't care. I
For
don't
the
care.
county fair, or maybe
don't
if
care
they
what you
had a
think.
church
You don't think very clearly.
raffle, they would sell these works of art because the quilting
I'm not going to keep
took
going
a long
over this.
time
We've been doing this.
I
for
think
5
we're
years
talking a
now,
little too
and-
loud
and I
because
just-
we're disturbing
can't do
somebody
this
who's on
anymore.
their cell phone right
You
now.
know, for
as
myself,
we're in the middle of
you're going to have to
taping
address your
our
issues,
television show.
and
Ugh.
I'm not
This
capable
is,
of helping you anymore. So, I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, at least he's
Well-
got the show name right. That's the way it is. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
anyway,
is-
going
this is
back to
ridiculous.
the sewing, they would do
You
the
really-
darning.
Yeah, you really need to see
they
somebody
would,
for some help.
You know
with
how we
this
just
stuff,
throw
'cause
our
I
socks
just
out,
don't-
you know, if
you're
they have a
stressing me
hole?
out,
Didn't do that.
and I
No, they didn't do that on the
and
farm.
I'm not going to deal with it.
They
anymore.
had to
Well, that's
use
your
all
problem.
their things
Don't make
down
your
to the
problem my problem.
bone.
So
I mean,
when things got messed up, instead of throwing
Okay,
them away, they fixed them.
I
right,
don't care. I
absolutely.
told you.
Hold on,
they
I got
were
something I need
darning
to.
the socks.
Told you.
I'm going to darn
it.
this situation
It's the
here
end.
real quick. Excuse me,
the
just
end.
one
I
second.
really just can't do this anymore.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
My
How you
man,
doing?
my man. How you doing?
Not too well.
What's going on?
I'm having some problems in a relationship.
Okay. You know we're taping a show right now.
I'm aware of that, but this is an emergency.
Okay. All right.
I'm dealing with an emotionally unstable person right now.
Okay, that's very interesting. He's dealing with an emotionally unstable person right now
Did you
in
dial
the middle
911?
of our show.
I don't think that would do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how bad it is.
Want to have a
I'm
seat?
I'm sorry.
Well, obviously, I don't think
I don't want to
that-
get in. Mr. Wiggins'
no,
way.
no.
Actually,
But I see you got something on your mind and you want to talk about it. So why don't we
Yeah.
just take this moment and talk about it? What is the problem that you're having with this emotionally disturbed person?
just fluctuating moods.
Fluctuating moods.
Yeah.
Okay. Moods like
like 1 minute up, next minute, and up and down, inconsistent.
you know what?
Just completely making me crazy.
You know what? When you got people, their nerves, their moods are going up and down here. They need things in their life to calm them down.
Right.
Things that symbolizes serenity. Serenity, like a visit to a farm.
That's a perfect place. It's a funny farm.
That would be a perfect place for a
You know, as a matter of fact, my guest, come here for a second.
Yes.
We were talking about this nice farm, okay,
All right.
on here. Tell them about the goats that's on the farm.
The
How they
goats?
can, the animals will come up to you and pet you, and a person that's got emotional trauma in their life, maybe you should take them to the farm or buy them a goat.
Well, they say that about dogs and cats, how they have a calming influence
Here you go.
on a person. If you pet them, it will calm you down. And I don't see why petting a goat wouldn't be the same effect. Do you think, Norris?
I think that's great.
You think that's a good idea?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
So the
But
solution to this problem is goats?
well, the solution to the problem is getting them to chill.
Oh, okay.
And you got to get them chill things. You got to put them around chilled atmosphere. And that's why my guest is here. We're talking about real things. This is real life. Real life.
Yeah.
This man is having a problem. You can help him fix it. We're all doctors. That's right. We're in this world to help one another. He has a problem. Who's this person you have a problem with?
My girlfriend.
Girl problems. I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of guys out there that's got women problems right now. A lot of guys out there need to take their women to the zoo. Really. Let them go to the zoo.
What a perfect idea, Norris.
I like that one, yeah.
You
That
like
sounds
that?
good, yeah.
Mhm.
That
Take them to
sounds
the
like a good
zoo.
idea. Yeah.
Okay? And I'm going to tell you, this show is called That's the Way It Is. You may remember it as a different look at the world, but it's called That's the Way It Is.
Yeah, I'm getting that message, yeah.
I am the host, NDW, aka Norris Wiggins. Get that shot right here. That's a good side of me right there.
So tell us more about the zoo.
Yes, tell us more about the. Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the zoo.
Oh.
Take them to the zoo. Absolutely.
Yeah, the zoo. Thanks.
But hey,
Oh,
I'll
I'm-
give you the best part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on back up
Must
here.
be my ADD kicking in.
See, you got to be like the lion. You got to be the man. You got to take charge. Like the male lion. He's got the mane. So you can't wear the mane because you ain't got no hair.
Yeah. Well, it's there, but the television won't
It's there?
catch it, yeah.
I've got glasses. I don't see what you see.
Okay, yeah, we all have different perspectives.
But the mane, okay? You got to wear the mane. If you don't have it, just kind of imagine you got it. you know?
Okay.
So, watch the lion. See, the male lion, he don't do nothing. He don't exert no energy whatsoever. He just chill. Who goes and get the food?
The man.
See, that's why you having problems right there.
Yeah.
See, that's the, when you saying, see, because you think the man got to do everything,
Right,
but you got to
right.
watch nature. That's why I'm sending you to the zoo, son. The zoo.
Okay.
I'm sending you to the zoo, man. I'm
right.
going to teach you life.
Are you having a field trip for the zoo visit, or?
You go to the zoo.
Uh-oh.
You go to the zoo.
Someone has a phone call. I wonder
Go
if
to the
it's
zoo.
you.
This is a zookeeper. Yes, zookeeper. Yes, zookeeper. I'm good. You want a zookeeper? What would you like? Yes, is this the zookeeper? Let me show you exactly what you do here. When you're on the air, you're talking and people call you when you're on the air, you just go like this here. When they don't know what you're talking about, you just go, okay, that's end call. That's what that's called.
Yeah,
End
yeah.
call. Remember that. When you get a call, unexpected, the person ain't saying nothing, it's called end call. So
Okay.
just like with the one, you're the man. You're the lion, the mane. Send the woman out to go get the food. Come back, because you're the king.
Now wait a
Act like
minute
the king.
here.
Okay.
It's
I'm
soothing.
not sure
Well-
if I'm liking
well-
the message you're
Well,
sending.
let me help you with this here, because
Okay.
it's very simple. See,
Okay.
women are nurturing.
Yes.
They
true.
love to be nurturing.
Yes.
So when they have a poor, defensive lion king who don't know how to fend for himself and get his own meal, it makes them feel good. The fact that they can go and get this meal for this king, because they're nurturing. They're doing something for a needy person. So you make her feel good, you'll feel good. Take her to the
good to
zoo
me.
and learn from the animals.
Okay.
Okay?
I will do.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
Peace.
Don't go too fast. You owe me some money for that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what you call advice. If I sent you to the shrink, you'd be paying.
Let me. I think I forgot my wallet, but
You need a check, cashier's check? Credit card? What do you take, Norris?
Yes, I look like a doggone bank here taking a check or something like that. Give me a broom. Somebody, hey,
the
give
real
me.
gift is in you helping me. That's more precious than money.
Okay. Do you feel help?
Yes, I do.
Good. Hallelujah.
Now, wait a minute, Norris. You're talking about the zoo. We're totally off what you came here to interview me about. My passion.
I understand the appearance of it all,
Uh-huh.
but we're going to put it right back on track because that's the way it is.
All right. So
Now-
no more zoo talk because
Oh,
you know
no.
what?
No, we're going to talk about let's talk about what you like.
You know what? I'm a little bit offended here because I signed up to talk about, historic homes and our mission,
We talked about historic homes,
and all of a sudden we're on the zoo.
and your submission is wonderful.
You know what? I'm not sure I'm liking this.
It feels well. Your submission to this all is great. What do you think about the submission?
Well, you know what?
Tell me more about the home. I mean, the homeless for the what we were talking about.
The homeless.
Well, on your show, I was very intrigued with your conversation.
Uh-oh.
I was very intrigued.
Excuse me, but I am the guest here on the show.
Absolutely, you're a
I'm
guest
not
on the
sure
show,
if I'm
and
liking all
and
this that's
you're
going
you're
on.
absolutely. Just hold on, just 1 second. Hello. Hello. Mama, I can't talk to you right now. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get. I know what you. I know what you want from the stove.
Believe this.
You want the glazed donuts, right?
I can't believe this.
I know. I'm gonna get you the glazed donuts, Mama. Okay.
No,
I can't say that right now.
Donuts?
Okay. All right. I love you.
Excuse me?
People always want to talk business with me.
You're getting donuts for your mother, and I'm trying to get my message across here?
Oh, you heard that?
You know what?
These doggone microphones.
You know what? I will never be another guest on your show. I'm telling you that right now. That I'm a little bit steamed.
But it's
You have people walking back here
It's-
with problems. You're
But-
taking two, 3 phone calls.
it's well.
Well, I'm trying to get my message off.
It's
You know what?
it's
Here's what I think of you
but
and
that's
the show.
that's
You know, I am.
for
Forget
flu-
it. I'm
and-
out of here.
and
I'm
what-
gone.
It's
Forget it.
but this is that's not the way it is. That's not the way.
Okay, tell me how it is, because I'm not understanding.
I'm glad you're back. Okay, all right. I'm gonna make everything good here.
Okay,
Everything.
I think you need to apologize to me first of all for the way I've been treated as the guest.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I apologize.
I don't understand one word you said.
I said I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Okay, well, you know what? Let's shake hands on it then, all right?
That's good. That's good.
We're
That's one of my
saying yes?
numbers. No, that's one of my numbers. I do that.
All right.
I got. I see that. I like
Okay.
you. How would you like to host a show?
There you go. Yes, I'd love to.
You'd like to host a show?
Yes, I would love to
think you
host
would
a
be
show.
great. All
Yes.
right, then. We'll simply
do
do
this?
that.
We do this?
Ha, got a better one for you. Here we go. Oh, Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, 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 with silver colors, 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 all in her hat, hat, hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, looks
I
like.
guess we're running out of time, huh?
Yes.
Well, you know what? That's our show this week on That's the Way It Is with my host. No, with my co-host. With my co-host,
Please, North.
Rebecca DeSoto. Join us next time as we have on our show, who are we having, Rebecca?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
The
on
mystery. The mystery guy.
That's right, the mystery guest. I'm not sure on That's the Way It Is. Thank you.